to the country. Welcome to my channel, Creative Country Girl, and my name is Tammy Blalock. I'm the Creative Country Girl. Today I'm going to share a little bit of a finish. I found something to go with something that I previously FFO'd. I've got several whips, some purchases, some old things that I found, and I'm going to use them for cross-stitch projects this Christmas, this winter. So thanks for hanging out with me today. Let's get started. So I thought I was really organized. This is a previous FFO. I had stitched this. I finished it back in September and I mounted it on mat board. I had a previous video. It's still on my channel. It'll be on my channel as long as I'm here. It was about lacing and finishing it. I have it on my board using 3M attachers like that, so that next fall, if I want to change this out with a different piece, I can do that. But the problem was up at the top, it was blank. It was round and it was blank. Well, I found the perfect piece for it the other day. Michael's has these wood pieces, and some of them are colored. So this is a wood leaf. I believe it's a maple tree, maple leaf. And this one is colored yellow, the gold, and I thought it went perfect up there. So I did hot glue it to the board. So it's going to stay there, which is fine. I figured I will use this for my autumn display. So this board I purchased at Hobby Lobby back in the summer. I know they still have them. It was four for $9.99. I used a 40% off coupon, so I got 4 of them for like $6. It's a perfect deal. So now I know what I'm going to do with the other 3. One's going to be for a spring display. I'll have to find something springy. One will be summer, and then one will be winter. So I think I already have snowflakes that I can use for the winter one. So I just wanted to share that and show you that it's now complete. Again, these weren't Michael's. They were relatively cheap. They were with the fall craft items. So I'm going to sit that there. I'm changing my direction in my studio. I'm trying to find the perfect way to video. So I'm hoping this works a little bit better. So let's get, that's really my only FFO thing that I have to show you. I have a lot of whips, so I'm just going to jump right into those. I have started thinking about Christmas and Christmas gifts, and this was a new start. I am stitching this for a friend. This is by Heartstring Samplery, and it's F for a friend. F is for friend. So I'm using that pattern. I like that it has 2 women on top of the urn, and then the flowers are growing out of it. I just started on the urn the other night. I've only worked on this for 1 night. And I'm just doing it on white Aida to get it done fast. I worked on it for probably 2 hours, and this is what I've gotten done. This is just 14 count Aida. I've had it in my stash forever. I really don't stitch on 14 count anymore at all. My favorite is 20 or 22 count. So I've got the urn starting. One thing that I am going to change is I'm not going to stitch the F is for friend. I'm just going to stitch the urn and then the flowers and everything else growing around it. I believe, yes, I am using the DMC conversion. I have all the colors that are on the back, so that's what I'm doing. That's my F is for Friend by Heartstring Samplery. That one is done. This This is another Christmas gift for, yet again, a different friend. This one is by Little House Needleworks. This one is called Americana Sampling. I've shown this previously, but I'm just showing you my progress on it today. So this friend is pretty patriotic. And that's why I chose this one. Oh, I've got needles in it. Oh my goodness. Lots of floss. Let me move this needle. It's still attached. I'm not done with this green color over here. So I don't think I had started the border the last time. Please forgive my needles. I did not look at these beforehand. So that's where I'm at right now. I got the basket finished down below. I got the leaves started for the flowers, and I've got the border 3/4 of the way done. The house, I've gotten the white finished, but it's time to start filling in. So I think I will probably get this done in the next couple of weeks, which is good. What I want to do is find a wood box that I can chalk paint. That's my goal, to find a wood box mounted on mat board with some quilting. Yeah, the padding. I just totally lost my train of thought. The yeah, the stuff you use for quilting. I'm going to put that under it so that it poofs up a little bit, and mount that on top of the painted box to go with her decor. So that's a Christmas gift. Let's see, what else am I stitching as a Christmas gift? Here is another Christmas gift. And again, when I was looking through finding Christmas gift, I chose pretty easy charts. This one is by Blackbird Designs. It's part of the Loose Feathers series. This one is called My Friend's House. And again, I chose 14 count Aida. My friends don't care. They will love the stitching. They will love the piece. Oh, next time I need to remind myself to look through my whips and get them a little bit more organized. Yeah. So I worked on this 2 nights, and then I kind of put it away because I've been working on one all week. So this one's not bad. Please forgive my needle and floss. But I did this for 2 nights. I've got the house at the bottom done. One of them. There's 2. And I started on the border. I tend to start on the lower right-hand border because the way I stitch from the side. I'm trying to explain that. It's hard to explain, but I don't stitch from the bottom left to the top right. I stitch from the bottom right to the top left. So my needle's always, my needle goes in sideways, and that's just how I stitch. That's how I get things done so quickly. For me, that's fast. So, and with all these Christmas gifts, I'm trying to go as fast as possible because I get really stressed out if I have Christmas gifts to purchase at the last second. So I would like to get these relatively done quickly, so that I have time to finish them. So that one is My Friend's House. Please tell me I didn't leave that one, the most important one. I did. Hang on just a second. The most important one, the one I've worked on the most. I'm going to pause this for just a second. I'll be right back. Hello, it's me. I'm back. Okay, so this next Christmas gift is by Jeanette Douglas. It's actually the first Jeanette Douglas, even though I have a couple I've already purchased. This is the first one I've actually stitched on. And when I purchased it, I didn't open it up to look at the instructions. I saw the cover. I always tell my students all the time, don't judge a book by its cover. Open up that book and read a page and see if you can read it. See if you like it. I'm so my students. I saw the front cover, which this is what I saw. There's the title, Over the River, and I knew I had to purchase it. So I grabbed it and bought it, and then I got home and started to read the instructions and realized that it had a lot of specialty stitches, which is fine. I'm all good with specialty stitches. I could do those. I'm not scared of that. I just didn't realize it had all those specialty stitches, and it's charted in silks. All of it is done in silks. So I went through all of my DMC. I didn't want to purchase. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different companies of silks that she used for this chart. I didn't want to spend the time looking for all of those, ordering them, waiting until they got here. So the night I purchased it, I went home and I went through all of my DMC. And I pulled out colors that I knew would be liked. And I have gone through and basically I've redone the color chart for my own purposes. And I am using DMC for everything. And I started this last Sunday. So I've been working on this for 6 days straight. And this is where I'm at. I am using, where did I put that sticker? Just 1 second. Now I can't find it. I saved it. But I don't know where I saved it. I will have to see if I can remember where I saved it. It's somewhere in here. It was a sticker that came with it. This is 20 count DMC, but it's by R&R. Got it. It's 20 count vintage country mocha Ada fabric. So 20 count vintage country mocha. And I got it from 123 Stitch. So it's modeled a little bit. I've got Granny's house done. And again, I started on the left. And what I'm trying to do first is to get the dimensions laid out. I really need to go across this way because this is the only Christmas gift that I am going to have framed. I'm going to frame it by myself, but I'm going to have a professional make the frame. So my goal is to get this stitched to the point where I know I'm there this way, but now I have to get there this way. So I'm going to finish this part of the border, or this part of the border this way this week, and get it to framers to pick the frame and go from there. But I am really happy with it so far. It's really fun to stitch because of all the different pieces and the patterns in the chart. I can't wait to get to that river and work on the bridge, but again, those are specialty stitches. So it's been fun to do. So that, I believe, is my last Christmas gift. Okay, so I've got 3 more whips, and these are all Christmas pieces. I'm not going to get them done. No, one's not a Christmas piece. But this one is In Heaven and Nature Sing by Kathy Barrick. And this is for me, personally. This one I might get done. I'm hoping I do. But again, I haven't worked on it for like 8 or 9 days. So there's not a lot of progress on here from my last Flosstube. This is where I'm at. I've got the deer legs started. Floss is still attached. But I've got that bottom right-hand corner done. So it's going to be beautiful once I get it done. It's just when will I get it done? I'm not sure. So I'm not going to stitch it desperately trying to get it done for this Christmas. I'm not that kind of stitcher. But we'll see. My husband's been either working or away at a game or something with all of my previous Flosstubes. But today he's home. So the dogs have been relatively quiet so far. But my husband might make some noise. Okay, so here we go. I have previously started this, Candy Cane Lane by Brenda Gervais. I love it. And this one shouldn't be, this is one that I can see me finishing. I started at the bottom. Again, I have not worked on this in over 2 weeks. So I've worked on other things. But I need to put more time into this. And I would like to get this done for Christmas. So it's on 20 count, natural Ada. The snowman's done down there almost. But again, the chart's not hard. It's just finding the time. There is something I want to share with you right now. My plan is to, when I'm finished with this, what I want to do is make like a quilt border and stitch it all the way around with those colors, Christmas colors, and put it on mat board that has a contrasting fabric on the back. And then I got this from an Etsy seller, Homestead Needleworkes. Needleworkes has an ES at the end of it. Okay, this is the first time I've opened it. Okay, anyway, what this is kind of like a wall hanging piece. I've taken the screw off. It's sticking just a little bit. I've taken the screw off, and this piece here, the front piece, is supposed to come off, and then you put your quilt, your wall hanging in between, and you screw this back on and it will hold it. So I really like this piece. This is the card of the shop. April Taylor's the owner. And this was very inexpensive. I can't remember how much, but it was really, really inexpensive. I also purchased from her this little tart piece. I want to put it right next to my sewing machine because I'm always have pins, lay pins down, and then I forget to put them away. And when I'm not upstairs, my cats will jump up on the table and they end up on the floor, and then my husband finds them and I get yelled at. So I'm trying to prevent that. And then this paddle board, I ordered it natural with no paint, no stain, because I'm not for sure what color I want it to be, but I can see this being a really good place to mount a stitched piece on. So I'm thinking Christmas, but again, I don't know if I'm going to have a piece finished that will fit this. So who knows? But they have all kinds of wood pieces. Homestead Needleworkes. all kinds of wood pieces for your cross stitch finishing. So I'm very excited about those. And that was Candy Cane Lane. The next piece I have in here, they're sharing floss. The colors are the same. So Waxing Moon Designs, Search the Sky. I love it. It's so cute. The quote, the snowflakes, the Santa. And this one shouldn't take too long either. It's 18 count. Snowflakes. I love them. They're so cute. So I would like to get this finished again for Christmas. Kind of depends on how quickly I get done these Christmas gifts. So again, I'm using the called for colors. I believe they are all, yes, they are all, no, they're not all. Yeah, they are. Gentle Arts. Gentle Arts colors. So there we go. There is some red. I did change my red. I didn't like the red they had in there, and I changed it to Schoolhouse Red. I love Schoolhouse Red. It's my favorite red. So those two pieces are sharing colors. That's why they're in the same project bag. So that's a Christmas piece. And then the last piece that I have worked on, I spent a lot of time on this at the beginning of October. I love it. This is the Prim Stitch series by Lori Holt. It's put out by Fat Quarter Shop. And again, this is 28 count Lugana. And I already had this piece in my stash, but I believe it might be the same or a little bit darker than what the piece actually calls for. I actually just got the 4th pattern, but I've spent a lot of time getting that border done. And I have gotten the first month finished all the way. And now I've got to get month 2 and month 3 done. What I'm doing different about this piece is that I am stitching 1/1. I love 1/1. I know, I'm weird. Not everyone likes 1/1. And I think it gets a bad reputation. I don't know. I love it. I was doing this as it was called for. It was going to be huge. Let me see if I can show these together. And I just didn't like it. There we go. So this is how it's charted over here. And I just wasn't feeling it. I got it almost done, and finally I put it down and left it for a couple days and came back, and I realized why I didn't care for it too much. So then I turned it upside down and turned it over and tried it 1/1, and I love it. So that's what I'm doing. I also changed my threads because it calls for the DMC, well, not DMC. Lori is using Aurifil. But she also charts it with DMC colors, which is what I was using. I didn't like that. So then I started it over with my fancy flosses and then I realized something was wrong, and it was the size. So then I started over with my fancy flosses 1/1. So 3rd time's the charm. If you want my fancy floss colors, most people have already done this farther along than I am, but because I had 3 different starts, it's taken me a while, so I'm playing catch up. But if you want my fancy floss colors, I chose colors that I like, but they're similar to Lori's. They're just the same colors, just fancy floss. So I'm willing to share that. So that is my regular whip, and that's it for my whips. So let me get started on other things. This, I already had Marie Bouillet, 1905 by Reflex des Sols. It's a French chart. I loved it. The Attic had it in one of their floss tubes, and I loved it. It's so beautiful. So I ordered the chart. I've had it for a while now, and it's just sat and sat and sat, and finally I got the silks just the other day. I'm kind of surprised at the silks because if you look at the chart, it looks more like corals and blues and kind of like mint greens almost, aspen greens maybe. But when I received these, there's not one coral in it. They're reds, which I love reds, so that's fine. There's no aspen green. So I'm kind of surprised, but I've heard many floss tubers say, trust the chart. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to trust the chart, and I'm going to stitch it this way. Now, I probably won't start on this until after Christmas. I want to get my Christmas stuff done first. And I have a whole list of things that I am going to start after Christmas. So that is one of them. Another project that I'm going to start after Christmas are my Blackbird design stockings. So I had a few of these to begin with, but I filled them in. I'm still missing a few. I have... Let me start at the beginning. January by the Chimney with Care. This is stitched for January, and there's 3 different patterns in that chart. February, Love is in the Air. There's 3 different stockings in that chart. I think you could see them better on the back. I don't have March or April. I need to find those. And then we have May. Let me show you the back. May Flowers is what that chart is called. Glorious June. Patriotic July. I don't have August or September, but here is October Harvest. They're so pretty. Thankful November. I love that turkey. Crowning the Tree. Oh, not yet. This one's Merry December. So you have that one. And then there's 2 more. And Crowning the Tree is an extra. It's for Christmas time. So I love that one. So I had to have it. So I'm missing for March, April, August, and September. My goal is to take these next year and to have them ready for that month. So I think right after Christmas starts, right after Christmas, I'm going to pull these out. I'm going to stitch these 3 for January right away. And I'll be able to get those done quick. They're small stitches, and I'll be able to finish FFO those rather quickly. And I'll have those up for January. And then for February, I'll have February's. So I need to get the March and April patterns before March and April get here, and the August and September. So that is a goal I want to do every month for next year. This is a goal for next year. I think I've shared this on a Flosstube, but I am so excited to stitch this. I would start it now, but I can't because I know once I start this, it's a glossy cover. Once I start this, I won't stop. I love it that much. It says, may I a small house and a large garden have. I feel like Jabba. Not Jabba. What's his name? The green guy. David! He's not in here. He'd be able to tell me right away. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. But you know the little green guy, the smart one, where he talks. What's his name? I don't know what his name is. Tell me below what his name is because it's gonna stay in my mind. But I feel like the title reminds me of him. This is a relatively new one. I got it because, is it Caroline from Off the Grid Needleworkes? She is doing a sow with Jeanette Douglas, blooming bouquets, and I love her blooming bouquets. I want them all. This is the first one I purchased, and I purchased it to participate with the sow. But at this point in time, I just can't because I have to focus on my Christmas gifts, and I want to get that stuff done first. Teresa Kogut has gone to she is working with a, what's it called? I want to say Pandora, but it's not music. I don't know. I don't think my brain's working today, you guys. I woke up too early. It's a creative place where you basically have to pay a monthly membership. I have never done it before. I knew about it. I thought that I never would. But when Teresa announced that she was going to do this and she was going to offer those patrons Patreon that her Patreon patrons would get exclusive charts and offers, a discount at her website, I had to, because I pay $13 a month and I got 2 charts free, which I would pay more than $13 a month to get these charts. Onward Black Kitty. Have I stitched them? No, because I just printed them out the other day. I just joined on Thursday. This is probably my favorite. Black Cat Broom Company. I love him. Love him. And I get 20% off at her shop. So I have a wish list this big for Teresa Kogut patterns. And 20% off, no brainer. My $13 is paying for it. I love it. So, yeah, go to Patreon, look up Teresa Kogut, and it will give you, it will tell you what they offer and what there's 4 different prices, and do what's right for you. I love Teresa Kogut. I always have. And she's my only person that I subscribe to on Patreon. I haven't had a chance to go in there and look at others, but she'll probably be the other one. I don't like Patreon. I think that personally, I think that crafters that are on YouTube, they share because they want to share. And I don't like it when they switch to Patreon because then they get money, which is fine. Teresa Kogut is an artist, and like I said, I am willing to pay that. I'm actually contemplating going to the $20 membership But personally, I'm not a designer. Yes, I'm a designer of jewelry, but not of needlework. Personally, I will not go to Patreon as a designer, just because I like the idea of sharing. If you have any questions about jewelry design, about resin and preserving flowers, let me know. I'll be happy to share that info. So that's enough about that, but I highly suggest, if you're a Teresa Kogut fan, please go to Patreon and look her up. And then I had a birthday. Not last week, but the week before. But last Sunday, my kids came over, and my husband had a birthday this Sunday before that. So we were both 50 years old. Our kids are 25 and 22, and they came over on Sunday. And my son got me a gift card to my favorite L&S. It's also a quilt shop, Always in Stitches. So he gave me $100 gift card to that store, and I was like, oh, you don't have to, but thanks. I'm dying to get down there, but it's an hour's drive, and I haven't made it down there yet. Also, I'm supposed to call him when I'm ready to go because he wants to take me to lunch with his new girlfriend. So yes, I'm going to wait so I can meet the new girl. And then my daughter purchased some patterns for me from the Fat Quarter Shop. And they're all Christmas projects, of course. Bringing Home the Tree by Lori Holt. She knows I love Lori Holt. So I was excited. I didn't have any of these. And then from Country Cottage Needleworks, I love this tree. Joy, Love, Peace. Sorry, I'm not going to take them out, you guys. But I love that tree. And then also from Country Cottage Needleworks, and I know why she bought this one. My favorite color is green, and the background is green, and I love it. So I'm going to have to find some green fabric. But this one is called In the Meadow. So I love that one. I'm even thinking that I will do this one in January after Christmas and see if I can get it up. This is probably my favorite. I just love this, and I would like to get it done for Christmas, but we'll see. It's by Bent Creek. It's called Happy Christmas Row. And if I do get this done, I would like to actually frame this. I have a wall in my kitchen that is all kitchen themed. Vintage inspired stuff. So I like to switch out some of the stuff with Christmas during the Christmas season. So I would like to look at those for Christmas. And then I have discovered a love for Prairie Schooler. I've been looking at Prairie Schooler charts since summer, and I just love them. I feel like they are for all ages, for forever. Their Prairie Schoolers are always good. They're going to be good 20 years from now. They were good 20 years ago. They'll be good 50 years from now. So I just love them, and I have been searching online. I met a very nice lady on one of my Facebook groups that I'm on, and she was cleaning up her Prairie Schoolers, so I was able to purchase some of hers from her, and I even have more coming. Those are even more exciting. I'm very excited for those. And then I found some on eBay, and I'm not paying a large price for these. Some of these I have seen on eBay for $20, $30, $40, $50. No, the most I've paid is $10, but most of them have been under that. Now, the order I have coming from Nancy, there are 2 in there that I paid $15 each for, and I'll show you those with my next Flosstube after they come, but you'll understand why when you see them. But I'm just going in number order. This one's number 13, A Prairie Year. This one was printed back in 1986. And then number 23 is A Prairie Year 2. And we are looking at 1989, the year I graduated from high school. This one is number 26, and I purchased this because I got it cheap, but if I use this, I am going to change it up some. But this is Wedding and Birth Samplers 2. I didn't like the first one, but this one I can see filling this in more, making this more of a house. So I'm not sure about that. This would go in my kitchen really well. So when I saw this, yes, definitely. Number 39. This one's Farmer's Market. It's all the vegetables. Oh, I love this one. This is one of those I had to have. Garden Verses. Book number 49. I want to get all of these done. These will be winter stitches. I want all of these done for spring and summer. Oh, I love those. And I love these. Number 55, Garden Blooms. I'm not sure what I'll do with them yet, but I love them around. So I will find a way to do that. And this one I got at my local needlework shop just a couple weeks ago because it was a reprint. They're offering, the new company that's bought them offered it as a reprint print, so I bought it. But this one was printed in 1999 originally. So this isn't one of the cardstock ones. Christmas Village. No plans to get it stitched up for Christmas. Friends was number 84, printed back in 2000. More Friends was printed back in 2000 also, and this was book number 85. So you've got 84, 85. I just got these in a couple of days ago, and these are really good for Christmas gifts, but I think I have everyone I'm stitching for already done. This is one of my favorites. I would love to have time to do one of these at least for Christmas, but I think I'm going to save this for Mania. Book number 87, Christmas Trees 2. I have to look up the Christmas Trees one because I haven't seen those. Book number 121, Bunnies and Chicks, printed in 2005. Book number 130, Countrywise, and I basically bought it for measure once, cut twice. So I really loved that one. Book number 172, Christmas Favorites, is 2011. This is a designer series. I'm a teacher, so I had to get it. No plans to stitch anything on it just yet, but I just loved it. So, and this one was actually printed in, I don't know. It doesn't say, but this one was back in the 90s. I do know that. I just think it's adorable. I love this one. Oh, now I'm out of order because this was my second purchase. Book number 42, Angels. This one was printed in, oh, I can't see that either. 1993. So that's an early one. Garden Beasties. I love this one. 1996. Look at those. Those are like the flowers. Oh, I just love them. So I want to get those done for next summer. I just don't know what I'm going to do with them yet. Acorns. Did I already have this one? Did I show you guys Acorns already? Number 65? Nope. Number 65, Acorns, for next fall. I love those. I think they're so cute. 1997. And number 95, Christmas Traditions. I love these for Christmas too. I would like to get these done for next Christmas. And then I have finally found, do you guys remember this? I found this at Hobby Lobby a month or so ago, probably a couple months, and it was $24.99. The item number is 1950583. And I just saw one in there a week or so ago also. It's not with the fall or the Christmas items. It's in with the decorative items that are like in the middle of the store. You know, the picture frames are in the middle of the store, and then you have all those decorative items around. It's on one of those aisles. It's $24.99 regular price, but as you can see, it is a large paddle. And not a paddle, I call it a paddle. But I want to stitch these. These are for the seasons. This one is Prairie Schooler 132 Autumn Leaves. And what I want to stitch is this square chart. Autumn. And the 133 is winter. So I want to stitch that. I will end up stitching that also. 136 is Spring Has Come. Again, I want to stitch that. And then 137 is Summer Breeze. And I want to stitch that. And I'm going to choose my fabric so that I can mount them spring, summer, fall, winter. And I want to put this, hang this with the seasons. So that's, I'm glad I finally found something for that paddle. And then I did get this one just recently. When Witches Go Riding, I adore this one. Book number 148, and this one was printed in 2008. So I love, that's like classic Halloween to me. So I want to definitely, there are more, I have more coming, probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think 6 big charts, 6 full size charts, and then, is it 3, 4 of the small charts. The fairies, I found them. So I have those coming. And now, the last couple of things I want to share with you are things that I have found recently from Hobby Lobby for Christmas. I think I'm going to try, after I get my Christmas gifts done, find some really small Christmas items and mount them on mat board or something like that. So I was looking at Hobby Lobby for pieces that have these, the place card holders, so that I could put little Christmas ornaments in and set them out instead of having to put them on trees. So this is $4.99, and Christmas stuff last week was 50% off. So I got this for $2.50, which was adorable. And then these were in the exact same aisle. So they're place card holders, but they're little trees. And aren't they gorgeous? So this will just clip on to a little Christmas ornament, and they're sturdy, and I just had to have them. So that is those. And then the last 2 things I got was possibly, if I get more time closer to Christmas, to make a couple of ornaments or something. At first, when I walked down the aisle, I saw the back first, and I was like, ooh, that would be something good for an ornament. Well, when I pulled it off, it is an ornament. So it says Peace on Earth, and the bow faces front. But what if you stitch an ornament and put it inside and put a bow on this side, so no matter which way it hangs, you have an ornament either way? I'm just saying, I had to get two. I've got 2 kids, so I'm hoping to maybe make them an ornament each year. I also have other things I got for them to make ornaments with. Where did I put those? Yeah. So these are little chalkboards. I forgot to pull these out. Little chalkboards at Hobby Lobby. So they're little. So I grabbed some of these, 50% off. What else do I have? Oh, these. I found these at Michael's. And these were $1.99 each, but I got them 40% off. And my idea is to basically take out this back. Take out the plastic and the paper, throw that away. Stitch an ornament, put it in there. Back it with this, close it up, and then cut a piece of mat board that's round, glue fabric on it, and then cover it up in the back. So that's my goal. Again, they had them in oval too. So I would like to make my kids ornaments every year. Forgot to mention that. I do have Lori Holt's Christmas sampler, and those are fast and easy. So if it comes down to it, I do have those. I have several snowmen, small snowman patterns, even the snowman from my Brenda Gervais pattern. You can always just do Santa in a sleigh from my other Christmas pattern. Yeah, where is that? Here it is. I could just stitch Santa in his sleigh, take off the lead there and the reindeer. I could stitch a reindeer. So look at your Christmas patterns and see what you have. I could do one of these deer. But see that little snowman in the woods? I could pull the chart out, take my Christmas ornament and see how much I have to stitch. And so I think that'll be relatively easy. And school closes for Christmas break the Friday before Christmas, and I think actually Christmas is on Thursday or Friday this year, something like that, because usually in the past we've gone to school up until Wednesday, and then bam, Christmas Eve is Thursday and Christmas is on Friday, which I prefer that, because that means you get 2 weeks off after Christmas. And for me, that's rest and relaxation, and that's what my body needs. But this year, they're not doing it that way, of course. So we're getting off, and then we have like Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whenever Christmas is at the end of that week. And then we have the following week, New Year's is a week after Christmas. And then bam, we go to back to school on like January 3rd, January 4th, right away. When before we would go back to school on Christmas 8th, 9th, 10th. And I really like that, just because my body needs the rest. And Christmas really isn't restful for me, because I'm always been the one in my family that takes care of Christmas. And my husband does what he's told, but he doesn't know what else to do besides that. And, you know, as a woman, it's just easier just to do it and get it done. So that's it. That's it for my Flosstube today. I hope you learned a lot. I hope you were inspired. I'm looking around to make sure I haven't missed anything. And, oh, I did want to share. In the spring, I dug up my backyard and I started 2 new flower gardens. One goes around the perimeter of the privacy fence, and one is smack dab in the middle of the yard. It's round, and it's basically divided up by slices. It's basically a huge pie. There's triangle slots, triangular slots in there, pieces of pie that's each an individual flower garden. And so what I've been doing the past couple of weeks, I've been harvesting my flowers. And by harvesting, I go out with my scissors in my basket and I clip off the blooms, and they go into my tray, and then I bring them in and I preserve them. And this is, let me see if I can hold this up. This is my mixing bowl of happy. So this is a sun goblin. It's dry. Here I have a rose, a pink rose. Zinnia. Oh, I love my zinnias. This is a zinnia that's been preserved. Here's a zinnia. Bachelor button. So what I do with these, oh, here's a good zinnia. What I do with these is I preserve them in silica sand until they're dry, all the moisture's taken out. And when you preserve them in silica sand, they retain their color for the most part. Some of them, like if you have a white flower, it will turn them, discolor them a little bit because you're taking all the moisture out. Oh, I love it. And then I take the flowers and I create pieces out of them. Can you see that? This is a letter N, straw flowers. I just make, oh, here's a piece that I love. I can turn this into a necklace, or I can turn it into a slider for a project bag. So that's just a little bit of my jewelry. I've had some questions about my jewelry. So I did want to bring my basket of flowers out and share those with you. I'm hoping to get some sliders made, zipper pulls made relatively soon. And I'll share those with you when I do. Also, I've been asked, what's my secret with stitching 1/1? Why do I love 1/1 that much? And can I share a video of how to do 1/1? So that is a goal. I'm going to try to sneak that in today, sometime later on tonight when I'm stitching, and that means that it will go live one night this week. And I'm going to try. I'm not going to promise. If I don't get it done this weekend, then I'll try next weekend. So just watch for that. As always, if you enjoyed, please like. I am really looking for more subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed and you like what you saw today, please subscribe. If you have questions, please put them below. I try to answer them. School was really rough last week, so I didn't have time to look at any new comments this last week. I will probably do that tonight or tomorrow night. But please subscribe, like, share with your friends, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.